Hello YouTube, Liverpool fan in Japan here, the Miyazaki man Sai, and I'm going to tell you why the first round of Premier League fixtures absolutely reinforced my belief that Liverpool will win this title pretty convincingly. And I'm going to tell you why, even though the doubters point to our defence, even though Carragher doesn't understand you don't always have to block in a low block 4-4-2. And whilst City smashed Wolves, this championship is going to be won on tactical brilliance, changing the narrative and flow in the match itself and not just who has the best players. So for example, last season told us that the mid-table teams with an Embuemo, a Semenyo, Eberechi Eze, Ismaila Sarr, and those players with a certain X factor that can actually finish, so not Adama Traore, can take points off of the top 4, even the top 6. However, this season, there's a resurgence in tactics because Bournemouth got stripped of a lot of their best players, but look what they did to Liverpool on the counter-attack. And Sunderland, with the home factor, turned over West Ham 3-0. And even though Wolves got battered 4-0 by City, Wolves actually put a good account of themselves and their attacks looked pretty threatening against a Manchester City defence which showed vulnerabilities. As odd as that may sound, considering the score is 0-4. And even the little teams like Man United can pose a massive threat and dominate Arsenal over the 90 minutes, only to be undone by luxury Stoke with a bundled set piece and Calafiori benefiting from Bayinder's mistake. So you look at teams like Chelsea, who are in transition, a whole new front line, João Pedro, Gittins, Pedro Neto's obviously a threat, Cole Palmer as well, who hasn't scored in open play for who knows how long in the Premier League. And then the ever-reliable Chris Wood doing a double over Brentford, who lost their manager Thomas Frank to Tottenham, and Tottenham turned it on in style, winning 3-0 against Burnley because he's a good tactician who makes the most of what he has in the squad. So just before I come on to why I think Liverpool will retain the title and do so convincingly, but not as convincingly as last season, I'm wearing the old Frimpong Soboslai hairband Alice band because I need a haircut. Simple as. I'll get one tomorrow. But you could probably also tell I'm pretty bunged up because Triple Mia brought back COVID and my goodness, I am suffering. But that won't keep me down for long because as you know, the show must go on and I'm keeping a low profile in a ninjutsu blacked out Ginny Wijnaldum shirt. And yes, the reasons why Arne Slot up the shiny one will prove the cream of the crop. The cream of the crop! Like this channel, which is a channel of substance and abundance, is because the one true fact is that goals win games and games won are worth 3 points. By drawing a game that is there to be won, you lose 2 points and one fixture out of a 30-game fixture Premier League list. And a win and a draw is 4 points and always better than 3 draws. And with the firepower, talent and quality that Liverpool have, Liverpool can always go for the win because turning a draw into a win or a loss into a draw always ends up with a higher points tally than playing for a draw and not converting some draws into wins, even with a few losses on the way. And Liverpool historically don't lose much anyway. And then you add in the mentality monsters mantra that Klopp imbued into our players alongside Arne Slot's never say die attitude and shiny transmission of energy, like Professor Charles Xavier onto the pitch. Federico, my son, crack it in, you're a copite now. Whatcha? Kind of thing. And then you know we're cooking. So with that being said, the naivety of someone like Carragher to say, why did we commit players forward when we were 2-1 up, goes to show the importance of getting that extra goal for security, knowing that in the 90th minute or in the 80th to 90th to extra time minutes is more likely that Liverpool can score the goal to convert the higher points tally than the opposition on a counter-attack can break and score against us, noting that we have Van Dijk, Konate, who are very, very fast, and they still have to beat Alisson Becker, for example, and the quality in the final third means we will convert the 1 or 2 opportunities that we present, probably more likely than the opposition can convert their one as well. So when you add up all the metrics and weighted opportunities together, it's always an anti-pragmatic approach to try to secure the 3 points, and especially at Anfield with the crowd behind us as well. And really, for everyone who's panicking about Arsenal and Manchester City, the bookies are not in a business to lose money. And look at the odds. Liverpool odds on favourite almost entirely everywhere in every organisation on merit because Hugo Ekitike has adjusted brilliant. Florian Wirtz is an X factor in the biggest games. The game winners are still there. Premier League proven. Mo Salah, Alisson Becker, Virgil van Dijk. There's experience throughout the team. There's experience in the second line, in Robertson, in Wataru Endo. They're all captains as well of their country. We've got young wonder kids who come in fearless and can make a difference. Arne Slot is the tactician who is the most stable tactician, for the fact that Mikel Arteta hasn't proven he has what it takes to win the Premier League. He's not a Premier League winner. In fact, he is not a trophy winner in the grandest of sense, being able to compete at the final stages of all competitions. Whilst Pep Guardiola is a proven winner, he tinkers ever so slightly too much. He's saying that he doesn't want that overinflated squad. They do not have the big characters and game winners of years gone by. The Kevin De Bruyne who can turn it on in the biggest matches and make the difference. The Yaya Toure, the Sergio Kun Aguero, David Silva. Right? They have the new generation. Reindeers is looking awesome. Ryan Cherky is uber talented, but he's hot and cold. Let's see if these players on the toughest and biggest matches can prove decisive and consistent game in, game out as well. They're still funneling everything through Erling Haaland and the defence, no matter how many bodies are there. Still have that vulnerability. Arsenal are tough nut to crack. They've added Zubamendi to keep things ticking over as well in the absence of Thomas Partey as well. They've signed Gyökeres, who absolutely looked hopeless against Man United. Saying that though, he will come good and score a few goals here or there, because that's what strikers do. In a good team, you're always going to bound to score a few goals. But is he the difference maker? Yet to be seen. They're heavily reliant on Bukayo Saka to create things as well. Martin Odegaard find his form. They are question marks galore, are plenty on them as well. Who can cope best with injuries? I still think Liverpool have the biggest backbone in terms of the bodies that can come in and not lower the quality differential in terms of tactical role as well. Why do I say that? Now, everyone knows that we're after Mark Guehi at centre-back. We've just signed Gio Leone as well. Wonder kids in the making. However, you look at the tactical flexibility of the 4-3-3 and a 4-2-3-1 and which bodies can come in. Isak is still a target. Arne Slot knows that we're going to get a forward, striker, a winger, someone in the front line to contribute with the goals as well, noting that we do have enough goals in this team already. But look, it's the icing on the cake, right? And the midfield has plenty of bodies for different roles and versatility as well, because he does not play a generic destroyer midfielder. When Gravenberch is back, you'll see Liverpool in its true incarnation, because the Gravenberch turn is a weapon, absolute weapon that absolutely breaks any opposition press as well. McAllister passing through the lines, when he gets fitness, you know he's different grave in different class. So them two holding at the base completely changes what Wirtz, Ekitike, Gakpo and Salah have as a foundation to break from. Curtis Jones and Szoboszlai have their role to play, as does Wataru Endo, potentially Harvey Elliott if he stays as well. But when we have the controllers in midfield, the game is won in midfield, and McAllister and Gravenberch have proven able to dominate the best of midfields in world football. Now, Konate started off a bit iffy, but the raw attributes will always be there, and he's a proven Premier League winning centre-back, playing on the world stage and almost getting an equaliser to Colorado Moani in the World Cup final as well. People are saying, will he be sold in the final moments? He won't be sold until Mark Guehi actually comes in. And even then, it's a question mark, because it almost be worthwhile keeping him in a rotation, because Gomez, Van Dijk, Mark Guehi, Ibu Konate and Gio Leone is a formidable centre-back option and roster. Gomez can cover both fullbacks as well. When you have that tactical flexibility with a tactical mastermind like Arne Slot, who can adjust on the fly, on the pitch, and not necessarily with personnel as well, that combination of quality, options, tool, the tactician, a Premier League proven winner, bookies favourite, the Anfield factor, doing it for Diogo Jota, our eternal 20 as well, the pride, the beautiful Adidas kit, the game-changing players on the pitch that we've signed who have the ability and facility to grow in this Liverpool team for the next 1, 2, 3 years, but already have won things, Leverkusen, Frimpong and Wirtz. Then you look at all of the opposition signings as well. Zubamendi hasn't won at his local club. He's won things with Spain, but Spain play in a particular way which Arsenal cannot replicate. Gyökeres won the Portuguese league, but Portuguese league is miles away from the Premier League. Benjamin Sesko can make an impact, damage opposition. However, Man United, now being a middling team as well, have failed to win any points. They are bottom of the league, there or thereabouts, because Arsenal were pragmatic and held firm away from home. So it's not always about looking convincing and looking dominating. It's about bringing the points home. And Liverpool, Arsenal and Manchester City have done that, whereas Chelsea have failed and showed fragility as well. There's even a link to Ibu Konate to Chelsea, but that's never going to happen in a million billion years, no matter what Todd Bowley wants to do about it. 15-year contract for Konate. So Heads up, Reds. This is going to be a cracking season. It's going to be a fun season. It's going to be a fun season determined by tactics. And in terms of momentum and in terms of coming on the back of a Premier League winning, title winning team, in the back of an epic transfer window that's still going to get grander and greater with at least one more signing. And I say at least, Mark Guay in Alexander Isak, fingers crossed. There seems no way back for Alexander Isak now. He's put all his eggs in one basket to go towards Liverpool, and it's too far gone. I think after the Newcastle match, it will be done and dusted. They don't want him to have any potential to come on against Newcastle as well. They look like they're getting Johan Wieser, who's doing the same thing as Isak anyway. He has not attended training, and he's not going to play for Brentford again. So look, exactly the same dealings there. Alan Shearer can be as hypocritical as he wants, because obviously Newcastle's a club, and he wants to do best by them as well. But yeah, Liverpool are ready to cook. We're going to look better. We're going to get stronger. Needs must. Gomez couldn't play beyond 30 minutes. McAllister couldn't play beyond 60 minutes. Ekitike couldn't play beyond 60 minutes. We're going to get fitter, faster, hit the ground running. We've got 3 points in the bag. And Newcastle with Gordon, who plucked away up front, he's not the X factor that's going to make the difference. No matter how much I like Anthony Gordon, I think he will eventually end up at Liverpool as well. That'll be funny, right? Isak and then the Anthony Gordon saga next season. Newcastle in the midfield, as long as Joe Linton doesn't get away with those murderous fouls as he usually does, without any card whatsoever, which is blows my mind really. Then, if Liverpool turn over Newcastle, then we're against a Arsenal at Anfield, and if we turn them over, that's a 6-point swing, and we'll look right bang in the thick of it as well. Tough fixtures, but look, we've got a break until Newcastle. The match is postponed till Monday because it wants to be shown on Sky Sports. It's 4 a.m. for me, so it's a late kickoff. But starting in September, I'll be live streaming all the matches again, so join me. Miyazaki man, Ichiban, it means the best. Liverpool Fan Japan community is the best. Thank you so much for contributing. I will recover very, very soon. Put that steam and vape up my face to get rid of the bugs, chase the blues away. And thank you everyone who donated to help me get to that Yokohama match. Once again, that windbreaker is going over to you, JD, my man. Make sure you contact me in Discord. Send me the address where you want me to ping it to. I'll send you the windbreaker as well. And Jomo, get in contact as well. Whichever kit of the ones available, I'll send it your way as well as those Yokohama water flasks and matchday programs as well. Thank you everyone for supporting the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. A whopping 46.4% of you watch my great stuff and haven't clicked the subscribe yet. What are you waiting for? Smash a like. Let me know how optimistic you are about this Liverpool team. Are we rightfully the bookies' favourites in your eyes as well? I'm watching you. Stay positive, smile, style and profile. Until next time, Jan Air means ciao.